Check. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
That's unbelievable. Welcome everybody to another edition of Max and TV. I have not only one esteemed guest, two esteemed guests. I have Ari and Rachel Carus from JAP Entertainment. Guys, welcome.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks for having us.
This is my first in-person interview I've ever done. So JAP Entertainment, not to be confused with JAP Entertainment, the Japanese porn site. So whoever owns that, please let me know so I can go to its rightful owners. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the show.
No problem, man.
How do you guys feel? First interview ever, right?
I'm really excited.
All
Thank you
right,
for having us.
there we go. So why don't you tell everybody what JAP Entertainment is?
So JAP Entertainment is a professional DJ and entertainment service. Ari here is our DJ.
DJ Ari.
Also known as DJ Adrenaline.
I like to have fun.
Definitely.
And I myself am the motivator, and I have a whole team that works with us. And that's basically what we do. We go to parties, we bring all the excitement, the DJ, the music, the lighting, the games, the prizes, all that.
Literally, this hat actually usually lights up. For whatever reason, we're having technical difficulties. But for as long as I know these guys, they're the life of the party. So what would you say makes you guys different than anybody else?
I think what makes us different is we've had a lot of vendors come up to us, photographers, photo booth, vendors, and they say to us, they're like, you guys are amazing. And I'm like, thank you so much. They said, most DJs and motivators, they usually kind of make it about themselves, and you guys really make it about the bar mitzvah boy or the bat mitzvah girl.
It's important to market, fine, but you're really there because this is this person's special day, this person's special occasion. We make it a point to always make sure that that person is beyond happy. And they're the ones going up in the chair. My team isn't going up in every single chair.
Right.
We're not just celebrating each and every person on my team. I could buy them gifts in private for a special occasion for them, but we're there for someone else's occasion. They deserve to be the spotlight.
That's a huge deal. That's an absolute huge deal. That's a great point. So I remember on $1 Billion Buyer, it's a show where Tillman Fertitta hosts. He's the owner of the Houston Rockets. He founded Morton's forget what the other, he owns a lot of stuff, he owns a lot of restaurants. So on the show, he had a marketing firm on there, and that's all he was doing was just promoting his own business as opposed to promoting Tillman's businesses. So that's a huge differentiator between you're focusing on the client, so
definitely. I think also what makes us so different is that we own the business and we're pretty much at every party, and no one cares about the business as much as we do. We love it. When Ari and I were dating, I said, we have to make this work. You have to, you're going to have to be my DJ or else this relationship is not going to work out, basically. So he knew he was marrying into the business.
I've never seen a husband and wife team in, I guess, the tri-state area that kind of like feeds off of each other as good as we do. We love adventure, and we love going to the next level with all of our parties, whether it's setting up new lighting or trying to explore what the next entertaining game might be for young adults or even adults in general. We put equal amounts of effort and want into our business of entertainment. We both feel the same exact way about how we want to pursue our business. And that's very rare to come by, because you always come by that one person who cares way more than the other. And when we finally met each other, it kind of like we were compatible in all aspects of life. And that goes for business, entertainment, and whatever pleasures there are in life. That includes, I guess, traveling and, just normal life adventure.
Yeah.
Right. And literally you guys do what you preach, essentially, because it's not like, oh, you just throw a party and that's it. No, you guys throw your own parties here. And so I've had the pleasure of actually joining this and so you still have some decorations from the last one, right? And again, like you guys aren't just like, you know, just the owners kind of in the back room counting with a calculator.
Right,
Whatever.
exactly.
You guys are the life of the party. You guys throw your own parties all the time. You guys live and breathe what you do.
Oh, can I tell you something really awesome?
Oh, sure.
My birthday last year.
Only because you asked me so nicely.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
I'm a diehard Office fan. I mean, like, I live
So
and breathe
random.
The Office. And I got snuck out by a friend. I didn't realize I was being snuck out because I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going out with a friend. I come home to this crazy surprise party that Raquel threw for me. It was Office themed. She even had beets made, calling it True Forms Beet Salad.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
And
just
it's your birthday sign.
it is your birthday, like Mindy Kaling, Kelly Kapoor style, right above, and it was beautiful. And I think it's because of her creativity why not only that party worked out, but why all of our parties are a success in one way or another.
That's right. And from what I heard at your wedding, you know, for Jewish weddings, there's a time where the bride and groom come out and everyone's kind of waiting for them. They kind of play out music, and so while everyone's waiting. Apparently in the background, you guys came up from the floor.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything you guys do has got to be epic. So did you guys always imagine that you'd run a business like this, or this kind? How did you even start this?
So when I was 15 years old, I was at my cousin's bar mitzvah, and I always wanted to be a motivator. I've been, you know, I love dancing. I love bat mitzvahs. When I was 12 years old, that was the best year of my life, besides for being married, of course. Sorry.
Obviously.
There we go.
So I was at my cousin's bar mitzvah, and this motivator approached me and he said, "You are so great. You have to work for us." And I was like, "But I'm only 15 years old." He's like, "You know what? Just here's the phone number of the owner. You know, give her a call." So I called her, and of course, she said I was too young. So I was sitting in class one day, because obviously, like, who pays attention in class? And I was thinking, you know, why don't I just start my own business, you know? So I came home, I wrote out my whole plan. I came home to my parents and I said, this is what I want to do. I want to start my own company. And I knew right away it was going to be JAP Entertainment. That's just, I always want to start a business and call it that. And it stands for Jewish American Parties, but we do other parties as well, other than Jewish. So my parents were completely on board, and they bought me all the equipment.
Wow.
They helped me get started. You know, most parents would be like, okay, you're cute, just a little girl, but they were all for it. And my dad's amazing with technology also. So he knew everything about speakers and lighting and music. So we got all that together. I got my social media accounts together. And from there, you know, I got one party and then word of mouth. And that's, you know, it grew from there.
It's really incredible how you said you were 15 and you're just like, yeah, I actually wrote a business plan. I actually went to business school. The people there didn't know how to write a business plan. You at 15 years old. Brenda, how did you even, like, you just decided, hey, I'm going to write everything on paper?
Yeah, I mean, it was always in my nature. My mom loves telling the story. When I was 6 years old, my mom went to sleep. She was pregnant with my little brother, and I called my entire, you know, class and to set up an art class by my house. All the parents just dropped their kids off, and my mom woke up and just saw that there were 20 kids in the house, you know, and I was giving an art class. Like, it was just always my nature. I have a leadership entrepreneur type of nature, thank God. And yeah, it was easy for me, you know.
Wow, that's unbelievable. You married well. You married well.
Definitely. I married up, you know.
There you go.
I'm a better catch.
There, ooh, look at that. Look at that.
Can't argue on camera.
So all right, why don't you tell us a little bit about, you know, being married. So that's one thing in your personal life, and then there's another thing of actually running a business together. How is that dynamic kind of like? Is there a way you can kind of separate them out? What advice would you give to someone also trying to run a business with their spouse?
So honestly, it's all about looking at your wife and saying, you know, babe, everything you're saying is 100% correct. I can't argue at all with you. Good advice. I honestly, I sit back. She says, hey, can you lift that speaker? I know that she means lift all 20 speakers. And, you know, when she says, you know, Ari, maybe you shouldn't go on the mic so often because you like the sound of your own voice. Sometimes maybe I do go on the mic a little bit too much. I like the sound of my own voice. But all in all, like communication, in all seriousness, I like to listen to not only the crowd, but I like to, like, whether it's like a certain hand wave or knowing when the song isn't working type of thing, whether if I'm DJing or even emceeing, there's like this kind of like, you look at somebody in their eyes when they're in the middle of the heat of the moment, the heat of the party. And we've always had that type of communication. And I've noticed that having my own time in business, because obviously this is my Batman job and Rachel's Batman job, we know that this is something that we would love to pursue, not only as a hobby, but you know what, when the books are closed for day jobs, we love this just as much. We adore this position. We feel very lucky. So after every party, we like to evaluate what could we do better the next time. And we love doing that together. You know, whether it's me using marketing prowess or giving her advice when it comes to what advertisements work, or just listening to the people saying, hey, does this one-liner work for our ad going up in the newspaper? We like to discuss every little bit and every little detail. And also, that's something that I find to be the key ingredient to why we succeed.
Very interesting to point out that as opposed to just focusing on, I don't hear one thing about focusing on competition. I'm very against focusing on competition. Amazon does not care about competition. They focus on themselves, which I find remarkable that you guys are doing that exact thing. So what was your biggest party, or what was the most fun you've ever had at a party that you threw?
So a really big party we did was at the Sheraton Hotel. It's a very fancy hotel. And the kids actually slept over there that night. So
this is in New Jersey?
This was in New Jersey, yeah.
Okay.
And we did the party for hours and hours. So that was a really fun one. We love working at places that actually already have, you know, everything there. You just plug in our DJ system and we're good to go. That's kind of our favorite.
Saves my lower back, you know?
So it sounds like you've had other places that completely were not set up for anything. Like there were no plugs apparently, or outlets.
We had all the hookups from uplighting to who can provide a bouncy house, just in case we need every little bit. We have tons of lighting. We have uplighting as well. We have the ability to get you better speakers. We have a whole assortment of everything. But sometimes you just go to these places, these party halls, and they have everything. Life is just so much easier. You know, you can breathe a little bit clearer.
Saves us time.
Right. So who would you say is your ideal client? What are like the party? I mean, obviously you do everything, but the person that when they call you, you're like, oh, thank God that guy called me. Who is that person?
So generally someone who's seen us before. I don't have to sell, you know, JAP Entertainment. They've seen us, their daughter loves us, their son loves JAP Entertainment. They definitely want us. So that's definitely the best type of client. And also someone who really listens to our advice, because I've been doing this for 13 years now. So I definitely know, you know, that I know the ideal schedule. I know the ideal games. I already know what the kids like. And I know all different types of personalities with clients. So overall, that's the best type of client. And
so obviously we're right here in Teaneck, New Jersey. If someone, what are your capabilities? Can you fly out somewhere? If someone really wanted it, what's your limit?
Yeah, so definitely we go, you know, ideally we like to stay within the tri-state. We do have normal daytime jobs, so we can't totally leave for, you know,
a Batman job, you know,
a long period of time. But yeah, I've gotten requests to go to Canada, Miami, different places. And, you know, we would do it if it worked out.
The moment arises, we will go for it.
Right. Therefore, what's the nursing home that you work for again? I need to give her a raise immediately. If anyone who turned down a job in Miami, that's true passion right there. There we go. All right. So what's next for you guys? What's that next step to get to the next level?
Honestly, I think that it takes buying better and more incredible equipment. Every day we're researching, because just because you have an amazing lighting bar and you can make a place look like a club, there's always work to be put in to make the environment even better than it was last time. You look at your old videos on Instagram, you could see, hey, if I add this light over here, maybe it's a better, more worth it purchase. That's something that we need to probably look into, you know, on a regular basis. We're always doing our research into what could be the best new thing. We, for example, went to Alibaba, and there's only certain people and certain places that can manufacture certain things. So Rachel, being the amazing person she is, contacted one of these sellers and said, hey, can you make a custom
24 by 24 feet twister board? It's
humongous.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
It's huge.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Good one.
I've never seen so many adults want to get involved in Twister in my entire life at a bar bas mitzvah. It's crazy, especially when people fall down and then you're like, oh my God, I hope you didn't get crushed. It's pretty incredible.
I feel like that would be the greatest corporate like party ever. Probably.
Yeah, how to
Twister.
build camaraderie, Twister, and Giant Jenga.
Right, after COVID. I hear through the grapevine that you are a voiceover. Is that true?
Yeah, back in the day, I used to do some commercials here and there. I did like the Israeli Day Parade, like
Coming soon to New York City.
you know, and also like it's just like certain things. Like I honestly, I like to dabble. I like to, I like do like a good old person voice. Hey, where are you going? I don't know. I can't keep up with you.
It's amazing.
I know. I'm just random voices. Like I'll just go full on Scottish. I'll start talking with a Scotland accent, and I'll just keep on yelling at people, and they're like, "Where did you get the accent from?" And I keep getting even more powerful. But you know, it's just something I grew up with. I used to back in the day. So what inspired me to get on the microphone was doing stand-up comedy. I would get on open mic nights and start talking about my family, my upbringing. I like talking about my mom because she was always so funny growing up. And that's really where I realized, hey, maybe I could do different voices. Maybe I could do different accents. And now here I am today. I think that's why we meshed so well. She already started the parties and I was already comfortable on the microphone. It was kind of like a match made in entertainment heaven.
Yeah.
Right. For those who haven't done open mics, it's almost, I mean, it's not impossible, but like it's very, very difficult. So like you really gotta have, excuse my French, balls of steel to get up and go do that. So like obviously doing something else, running a business should not be as difficult. So if people want to book you, how do they contact you?
So we have a website, japentertainment.net,
Not the porn site,
.com.
not the
Don't go
porn
to
site.
Not the
.com.
.net,
.net.
right.
We have
Right.
Instagram, JAP Entertainment. We have our phone numbers, 845-445-0348. You can email us at japentertainment1@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. We're all over social media.
There you go.
So,
You can Facebook message me. I don't mind.
There we go. He actually responded to me, so he'll respond to anybody, I guess. Then
I guess anybody.
there we go. So I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. Again, if you want to reach out, I'll leave links below. It's great to have you guys on.
Thanks
This
for
is
having
amazing.
us.
Absolutely.
Had the best time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.